Hello, and welcome to Monday evening on the ranch. You're actually in my laundry room, and I have two incubators with chicken eggs in them. So tonight's video, because it is 9:16 at night when I'm filming this on Monday night, what we're doing today is I need to candle these eggs because this one's getting close to hatching time, and then we're gonna do the 10 o'clock cow check. The weather's been crappy and cold, and we got quite a bit of moisture, which is great. It didn't like rain or snow really today at all, but I always do like a 10 o'clock cow check just to check the heifers. And then at 10 o'clock, I make a decision on whether or not I need to check in the middle of the night. So I did check at 2 a.m. and I've got like 72 is the closest to calving, and she was just kind of giving me mixed signals last night. She hasn't calved, but because the weather is so crappy, I just felt more comfortable checking, so I checked at 2 a.m. So we'll make a decision after we check them at 10. Jeff, when he did night chores, nobody's doing anything. Like, we checked him several times today. Nobody's calving, but just because of the temperature and everything's wet. Like, the corrals are wet, everything is wet, which is great. It's just not like the best for calving, obviously. So I'm gonna candle eggs. So I have two incubators going because there's like a chicken shortage, and so I have the too much gene, and so like why have one incubator when you can just have two? So this one, as you can see, these are just from Amazon. I'll put them in my Amazon storefront with like the link is in the description on this video. I have used this one several times. This one is new. This one has styrofoam. This one doesn't, because the styrofoam somewhere along the way is no more. So somebody gave me this tip a long time ago to wrap it in towels, because I think I'd said in a video somewhere along the way that like the top layer hatched pretty good because it's a double layer. The top one hatched really good, and the bottom one, like, I wasn't getting as good of a hatch rate down there. And so somebody said wrap it in a towel, and I did that last spring, and it did help. So it'll be interesting to see like what the hatch rate is between the two of them with the styrofoam compared to my little makeshift situation here. So it takes 21 days for a chicken egg to hatch. This one's on day 17. This incubator's on 11. And at day 19, I will take the rollers out. So they have rollers that every 90 minutes that rotates the eggs. And you take those out, and they come with mats that you put in there, and you don't want them to hatch like with the rollers in. But not every egg is fertilized. Not every egg, even if it is fertilized, develops into something. And so it's time to go through it and pull out the ones that aren't going to hatch, so there is more room for the chicks when they do hatch. You can candle as early as 7 days. I have candled at 7 days. They say 7 and then 14 you should candle, so I'm not following the rules at all. It's day 17, and I'm only just going to candle this one. And like, there's nothing wrong with doing it at those time periods and stuff, but like, I also just I don't know, I'm busy, so I want to make sure that we have some more room in there for the chicks, because I've had them hatch as early as day 19, and once that happens, then you need to like up the humidity in them and then not open them. And so we need to get rid of the eggs that aren't going to develop into anything. So it's super easy to candle eggs. You just need a flashlight. I'm going to turn the lights off, so this is going to be kind of weird. And I'll show you like a few, and then I will not record me doing all of them because there's like 100 and some in here, and then I'll come back and tell you how many are not fertilized. So the lighting's gonna be real bad, but let's candle some eggs so I can kind of show you like what to look for, what they look like, because at this point the chick should be big enough we won't really be able to see like specific details or anything. Like at 7 days they look different, of course, and like you can see like heartbeat and stuff like that, which is really cool. We're past that, so we can tell at this point though like what potentially has a live chick in it and what doesn't have a live chick in it. So I'm also gonna be selling chicks. That's kind of my plan. On my farm store Facebook page, I asked if people were interested, and there are some people in the Gillette area that are interested in just like ranch raised straight run. Straight run means they're not sexed, and so 50% will be roosters, and you can't, like, yes, they can be sexed at birth. That's what the hatcheries do. I don't do that. I'm just going to sell them as ranch raised straight run. And what I've always done when I've hatched my own is the roosters do get culled. I don't want to raise them to full size or anything. And so I've left plenty of roosters, and then they do get culled. So that is just the reality of it. You don't need that many roosters. They can be real aggressive to your hens, and they're just noisy. And like, I want roosters for protection and for fertilization of eggs so I can keep hatching eggs, but I don't need a 50-50 ratio. That's just expensive. So let's candle some eggs. You can still see through the egg. It does look like maybe something started to develop, but no chicken in this one. This one has a chicken in it. I'm trying to show you without blinding you. The darker eggs are kind of trickier to see through. Let me flashlight down, maybe. Yeah, I can't really see through this one at all, but there looks to be like, it's okay. I can put it back in. It's not going to hurt anything to put it back in. So when I can't like see through them, I just kind of assume at this point that there's a chicken in there. So you can kind of see through like part of it. This is hard. See if I can get the see-through part to show through. Yeah, nothing. Okay, I'm gonna assume there's a chicken in there. Again, real dark. Oh, there we go. There's like where the air sac is at. There, that's better. Chicken. Hopefully. Trying to not blind you. Not doing a good job. This one, I don't know, maybe definitely can see where the air sac is at and that there is, you know, something in there. Is it a full chicken that's going to hatch in a few days? Maybe. See if I can find a white egg. Yeah, the green ones and then like the darker brown ones, really hard to tell. This one doesn't look to be like as far along. See, as there's just not as much in it. I would almost guess that's a no, but we'll leave it in. See if I can find like a white one. This is a real light brown one. Can't see anything through it, so yes, assuming there's a chicken. Air sac, dark spot. This is the row that I just candled, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and then this is the second layer. So I've got lots of eggs to candle, and then I'll let you know how many I end up pulling out. This is a good example of one that started to develop, and then somewhere along the way, something made it quit. So you can see the dark spot there, but this should have like an almost fully formed chicken in it. So this is obviously not going to hatch. This is one that's somewhat like questionable to me. Like, I don't think it's going to hatch, but I'm sometimes hesitant to pull them out. So you can definitely see more development happened with this one down here, but then there's still like all of this space. I think I will pull this out. Like this should be filling the egg at this point. I don't know, maybe I'll leave it in. It's not gonna hurt it to leave it in. Maybe there's a chick in there. There's something in there. Nothing really developed in this one at all. You see the veins. This one's questionable as well, but I will probably just put it back in. I don't think that's going to hatch though. We got a whole lot of something, but is it enough? Don't know. Nothing in this one. The bottom is still definitely not doing as well as the top, and that is, again, the heat like comes from the top. And so I think, like, I didn't put as many eggs in the top, but it still seems like it's blocking it, and it's just not getting as much like airflow at the bottom, not enough heat. So I took out 6 from the top, and I took out 11 from the bottom. And there's several that are like questionable, and because I'm not a candling expert, I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. They can stay. So I'm going to get this all put back together, get it turned back on. They can, like, you can turn it off at this point and it's okay. My cats are trying to like break in the laundry room door. But you definitely don't want to leave it like without heat for very long. I want to get the heat back on this, make sure the humidity comes back up. It should be at 60% humidity. And then once we get into day 19, which is like lockdown, then we increase the humidity, I think, to like 70. I have a little cheat sheet booklet that came with it that's gotten wet several times. And there's different, like, for chickens and ducks and geese and all that, like different temperatures and stuff. So we want to get to 75% humidity at day 19. Okay, I'm going to get this all put back together. Squish wants in. She wants to help. Let's plug back in. It needs to get up to 99.9 degrees and 60% humidity. It'll be interesting to see how many hatch, and definitely once I get the other incubator hatches, if the styrofoam really does make a huge difference. I imagine it does, rather than my towels. You know, you just gotta use what you have sometimes. And I don't have the styrofoam anymore, so we use towels. And we use this change jar to hold the towels. For an Amazon, incubator, like, this works fine. I am not expecting 100%. You'll never get 100% hatch rate. I don't know what like industry standard is. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, there's a lot in there that like probably should come out that I just feel bad. And I've never like cracked open an egg to see what it looks like on the inside because I don't want to smell it. But part of me is curious, and those like partially developed ones, maybe one of these days I'll crack one, but not in the house because I do not want to smell that in my house. So yeah, few days we'll have baby chicks. We'll see how many actually end up hatching, and then once this other one hatches, kind of see like what the difference is. I did get asked a while ago if I've gotten emu eggs. I have not. They're like on the younger side of breeding age. They could have laid eggs last year, highly unlikely. Should probably have laid eggs this year. I have not found any. So that's kind of disappointing. It's still within like normal for them to not lay eggs. Like they can be 4 before they lay eggs. I would not hatch an emu egg in this though, because the rollers aren't like right and stuff. Like different rollers, different size eggs have different spacing for the rollers. And then the humidity on this is hard to control. And it's interesting between the two. Like, I usually do humidity in the morning. There's little holes down here, and it comes with like this little squeezy bottle. And so you just squirt water in. And it is, when it's hatching time, it's hard to keep it at 75%. Granted, I also live in Wyoming and it's very dry here. But I would notice, like, usually it takes, like, if it's at 50%, I put in 1 bottle. This one, like, the humidity climbs like much faster. The humidity meter climbs much faster, and then it like also like drops off a lot quicker. So usually this one I just have to do it once a day. This one like was kind of all over the place, and then it kind of stabilized, and I've only had to do it once a day. Like, it says it's at 79%. I don't really know that I believe that one's at 79%. So I don't know. I would not hatch emu eggs though, because they are much more temperature specific and humidity specific, and like that needs to actually be like monitored, and like you just have to do a better job with your humidity. So I think that's part of the reason why I don't get like an amazing hatch rate out of these. There are good incubators. There are really like good incubators. There's kind of crappy ones up at Amazon, and I think I'm somewhere between like crappy one on Amazon and like okay. So just a warning, if you do get this, like, it works. It's better than some I've seen. Not the best. And I've used this several times. I don't know how many batches I've hatched. 4 or 5. I've done ducks in here too. And I'm going to keep filling these for a while. So I'm going to put chickens in here again. And then I am going to do some ducks. And my geese, I don't have any male geese. I tried geese, I think, last year, and nothing developed. So I think I have 3 female geese. Okay, I'm going to get ready to go outside and check cows.
Can you see all the moisture we've gotten? It's not cold enough that it's freezing. Just very, very wet. And it's foggy. I got one girl eating. We're going to find out if I get to sleep tonight or if I am going to be out here again. Hi, 62. You were making me nervous last night. No, you're nowhere close. She was just acting kind of funny. Looks like everybody else is in the shed. There's turkeys up on the chicken house. Run. Are we all bedded down? Oh, Cracker Jack, you don't have to get up. I'm 78. Where's 72? Back there. There's a cow right here. Are you coming over? Okay, I'd kind of like to look at 72. Not that I can like see much, but I also don't want to disturb them. Laying down is good. Nobody's in labor. Nobody's separated off. I think I might get to sleep. You're gonna get some mineral? See the fog? Both times that I've had calves born in the middle of the night, when I did the 10 o'clock check, they were in labor. There's just water everywhere. It's great. Not so great for calving, but it is nice to have the moisture. Look at the fog. You see the turkeys? I've got side lights installed on the gator up top and another LED bar in the front. And so it's bright enough you can see me. That's great. I think they're good. I think I can sleep tonight. I don't think they need a 2 a.m. check. I'm glad to see everyone laying down, like I said. We've got some crappy weather, like not huge amounts of snow, but it is going to get cold again. it's okay that it's cold. Like, they can calve in cold and stuff. Those babies got to get up. And like with the cows and stuff, you don't worry about it so much because they've done it before, and they get to licking their calves off and get them moving and get them stimulated and everything. Heifers just sometimes, they don't know what they're doing, and so that just doesn't always happen. And obviously, like, there's just not a dry spot. I don't have a dry spot on this ranch right now to put them other than like in the barn, which, like, I don't have a calving barn, or like the sheds. And so, like, the cows are all bedded down in the shed. Still far enough out on the due date that, like, I didn't go up and check them, obviously. They're fine. And if they had one in the shed, like, it would be okay as long as, she birthed okay. I have the shed. I've showed you guys. It's on the back side of the barn that if somebody was in labor, like, I would move them there, give them food and water and stuff. So, like, it'll be okay. I'm not super concerned. I don't have a coat on. Like, I just have my vest and hoodie on, and it's not horribly cold out. Like, it's in the 30s, but it's not awful. So, we got a little bit of a breeze tonight. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay. I think everyone's going to be fine. I didn't go check the babies because if they're all bedded down and calm and stuff, like, I don't want to get everyone riled up or anything. Jeff checked them at chore time and everything. So, I checked on them today too. Like, they were fine. They were sleeping, actually. That little feisty number 1 was actually laying down. He was pretty cute. So, yeah, I would love to get some more heifers calved just to, like, get through that. Like, I'm technically not even halfway. I've calved 5 of the 11. It'd be nice to, like, get through that, like, halfway point, but, like, this weekend it's gonna warm up, so I think we'll have one before then, if not 2. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for being here. Day 6 of the 30 and 30, Monday night. I'm going to go get some sleep and do this all over again tomorrow. So, I appreciate you guys being here. The comments have been great. I really appreciate all of your support. And I'm having fun. I really am having fun doing this. Like, it's been... I don't know, it's something that, like, felt really hard, and, like, I'm on day 6. I'm not done yet, but yeah, I'm enjoying doing it, and I'm enjoying, like, doing the challenge of it every day and having it work out and stuff. So my backup plan always, if I don't get a video filmed, is, like, we'll do a live stream or something. So we'll see. I think we'll make it through. Day 6. No mental breakdown. I am tired, though, tonight. I just got up last night and did that 2 a.m. check, and, like, it doesn't take very long, but just that interrupted sleep, like, that's hard. I don't have a newborn. I haven't done that for a long time. Lincoln's 9, so I'm not used to it. I'm out of practice. So thank you guys so much for being here. As always, I appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow.